Breaking news. Just moments ago, the Illinois Appellate Court made a decision that will keep Holly Johnson behind bars until her trial. The three-judge panel looked at everything. The video, the witness statements, the evidence, and they came to one conclusion. The trial court was right. Judge Clancy was right. Holly Johnson is a danger to the community, and no conditions of release can change that. This isn't just a procedural update. This is a seismic shift in the case. And for Carlos Smith, the walls just got a whole lot closer. Before we break down what this decision means and why it happened, this is True Crime Unravelled. Hit subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at True Crime Unravelled TV. Your support keeps this story alive. Let's go back. On December 3rd, 2025, Holly Johnson was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. The indictment lists multiple counts under Illinois statute. Murder with intent to kill, murder with intent to cause great bodily harm, murder committed with a firearm, all within a school zone. The very next day, a Cook County judge ordered her held without bond. Then came December 23rd, a status hearing that turned chaotic. Her defense argued she had no criminal history, that she was pregnant. Judge Clancy wasn't moved. He denied release again and again in January. 3 bond hearings, 3 denials. Each time, Judge Clancy was clear. The evidence was strong. The danger was real. And no conditions, not home confinement, not electronic monitoring, could guarantee public safety. The defense appealed. They filed under Rule 604H, asking the higher court to overturn Judge Clancy's decision. In March, the appellate court responded, not with a ruling, but with a demand. Bring us everything. All the exhibits, all the videos, everything the lower court saw. They gave the defense until March 25th. And then, today, the answer came. The 3-judge panel, presiding Justice Mitchell, Justice Mikva, and Justice Odin Johnson, affirmed the trial court's order. They found that Judge Clancy did not abuse his discretion. They found that the state's proffer of evidence, the surveillance footage, the ballistics, the witness accounts, was strong enough to justify keeping Holly detained for first-degree murder. They specifically pointed to 3 things. The retrieval of the weapon, which showed a decision to escalate, not a reaction to an immediate threat. The nature of the shooting, with forensic evidence showing shots fired directly at Romeca. And public safety, because this happened during school drop-off hours, the risk was simply too high. The defense argued the shooting was just words exchanged, that Holly was acting in self-defense, that she was protecting her pregnancy. But the court wasn't buying it. They looked at the proffer, the state's summary of evidence, and saw a woman who walked back to her car, retrieved a gun, and returned to shoot an unarmed woman who was being physically restrained. They saw the fist bump, which the prosecution used to argue coordination and celebration. They saw the November 8th party photo. Holly wearing pink, holding a drink while claiming to be pregnant, celebrating. All of it painted a picture not of a woman in fear, but of a woman who planned and executed. Under the Illinois Pretrial Fairness Act, a judge can only detain someone if the state proves they are a danger. And here, the appellate court agreed. The evidence proved exactly that. Now here's where it gets interesting for Carlos Smith. The court didn't just uphold detention. They validated the prosecution's theory that this was coordinated. The witness statements say Carlos held Romeca while Holly got the gun. The video shows him present. The phone records show a 3:40 a.m. call between him and Holly the morning of the shooting. If the appellate court's written order, which will be filed soon, explicitly mentions Carlos's actions as a key part of the shooting, that changes everything. Prosecutors can use that ruling as judicial blessing to arrest him as an accomplice. And if they're building a contract killing theory, that Carlos and Holly had an agreement to eliminate Romeca, Carlos faces the same charge as Holly, first-degree murder, with a potential sentence of natural life in prison. His days of giving interviews and wearing matching outfits, they're numbered. Here's what I think. The appellate court could have granted a new hearing. They could have sent it back. Instead, they affirmed. That tells me they saw the same evidence we've been following and reached the only logical conclusion. Holly Johnson is exactly where she belongs. The defense's last hope is a petition to the Illinois Supreme Court, but those are rarely granted for bond issues. This ruling effectively closes the door on her release. And for Carlos, the state has been waiting. They kept him as a witness during the appeal, forcing him to commit to a story. Now that the appeal is denied, the strategy shifts. I expect movement on Carlos soon, possibly as early as the April 1st hearing. The walls are closing in. This is justice moving. Not fast enough for Romeca's family, but moving. The appellate court affirmed what we knew all along. This wasn't self-defense. This was intentional. And both people involved need to answer for it. Now it's your turn. Do you think Carlos will be arrested before the April 1st hearing? Drop your predictions in the comments. We read every single one. And if this update gave you hope for justice, hit like, subscribe, and follow True Crime Unraveled on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Keep Romeca's name alive. Keep demanding accountability. We'll see you in the next update.
Good day. I'm back. I'm back a little early, as you can see. Let me get a few minutes for everybody to come back. Yes, darling. Yes. Come on in, honey. Come on in. And we're about to get this party started a little early tonight. Yes. Guys, mm-hmm. Let's give everybody a little bit of time. So yeah, I was making some pasta, and then I had to stop everything I was doing so that I can come and discuss this very important matter. I'm making some lasagna. We got breaking news. We got breaking news. Of course we got breaking news. Of course. I wasn't even supposed to come on until 7. I'm a whole hour early. Make sure that you guys share this live. Yes, we have breaking news. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And not only are we going to discuss the matter at hand, but we are simply, I was laying down. Oh, look. Not only are we going to discuss the matter at hand, but we're going to sit back and be like, told you, told you, told you. Yeah, we knew it. We knew it. What did we say? What did we say? It wasn't going to happen. Didn't we say that? Didn't we say that? Give me the pink hearts. If we knew and we said that that was not finna happen. Oh, yes. And now I got to skip a whole part to cover this. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. God is good and God is great. Very much. Very much. Okay? Wow. Guess what? Woo! Listen, I don't even know why I'm so excited, because I already knew. It's just the fact that it's important. You know, it's important that we see the law do what it needs to do for Romeca. We need the law to do what it needs to do for Romeca. That's what we needed. We needed some good prosecutors to stand behind this case. We have had the best of the best lawyers, attorneys, and we have had the best judges with strong history of leadership. This is not a joke. An innocent woman, unarmed, in broad daylight, in the school zone, unalived. And the defense is basically grasping for straws, trying to get freedom for a short period of time. And guess what? The appellate judges said no. They said no. Can't do it, sweets. Sweets, you should have thought about that. You should have thought about that, sweets. Because now I got to change my whole evening show to share with you the specifics, even though we already knew this was going to happen like this. We already knew this was going to happen like this. We already knew that they was going to say no. We already knew that we didn't feel that it was self-defense. We already knew that folks took it too far. We already knew that we felt like Los was a part of it. And guess what? Those 3 judges who looked at the same information had the same exact yes. Those judges came to an agreement to continue to keep her incarcerated throughout the time for her trial. Yes. It is officially confirmed. It is officially confirmed right now. Justice for Romeca. You damn right it's justice for Romeca. You know it's justice for Romeca. When you come in, bring the hearts. Let's go. So now I'm going to go ahead and just do this part because I didn't expect to get the information this fast, but baby, I couldn't wait. I put that lasagna on hold. Honey, that lasagna is on hold. My husband is going out to spend quality time with his brother, and we are about to talk about this case. And we are going to talk about the fact that we already knew that she wasn't getting out. But it just feels so good. It just feels so good to know that the law is on Romeca's side. You want to talk about power? God is unmatched. He is unmatched. Romeca was an innocent mother, unarmed. And guess what? What made them stand firm on the decision? What made them stand firm on the decision? Hey, hun. What made them stand firm on the decision was the fact that they just brought the kids to school. They just brought the kids to school. And it was in a school zone. It's like everything that happened bad is the reason she cannot get out. Everything that happened bad. School zone. Unarmed. Violation of using the CCL. Okay? It wasn't self-defense. That was a complete lie. Listen, we know this, but it's one thing when we clearly see that God will not play about his children. When their blood is poured out on the earth and it cries for him, somebody better watch out. Quadasia Johnson, you didn't know what you were doing at the time, but I hope in your cell in this moment right now that you feel every bit of it. Because Romeca did not have to die that day. She could have left her alone and she would have been just fine. She would have been with her baby. Romeca would have been with her baby. Romeca would have let her run off with Carlos into the sunset and they would just be able to live their life. But guess what? You want to mess with God's children, and now you're going to see what those repercussions were about. You're going to see those repercussions. Throw up the pink hearts because, you know, we representing for Meeks again and always, again and again, because guess what? We knew. We knew. Share this live in any of the Romeca groups. Share this live in the groups. We knew that this exact very thing was going to take place. Yes, we knew. But it's just a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. And let me share something else before I go into the whole details. Okay. When I first started covering this case as a brand new paralegal, okay, and I mean as in, I would say a brand new advocate, because I had already been doing paralegal work, but this case really helped me sharpen my legal research, and I'm just the GOAT at this point, okay? And I thank God for that, because I feel that people are absolutely necessary to assist in matters like this. And I wouldn't rather be doing anything in this world other than supporting and advocating for Romeca. It is definitely justice for Romeca. But let's say this, okay? When I first got on this case, I was a little intimidated because I didn't understand why the officers released her. I didn't understand what their thoughts were or any of that stuff. But what I knew is I knew that something didn't feel right. And that's what encouraged me to continue to do the research and to continue to connect the situation from the information that I had received and try to do the research based upon the information. And guess what it said? It said even then, before December 3rd took place, it said that somebody was going to jail. That legal research said that. That legal research said that somebody was going to jail. And that legal research says that whoever going to jail, they going to jail for a long time. Okay? That legal research said that somebody improperly and abused their CCL license. Somebody didn't care to follow the laws while they were just operating with that CCL. They should have shot the problem, Mr. Shave Ball Face, aka the diffuser. That dude. Listen, the prosecution. You don't want to be on the opposite side of them right now. The prosecution is dominating. The state is dominating. Okay? Understand that the state has to act. Someone took a licenses that they had to do something and they abused it. And now the repercussions are coming from that. Okay. So we only have a small amount of people, but you know, that's okay. Because as far as I'm concerned, you guys need to be the first to hear it from a paralegal. And here we go. Are we ready for this information that just came in fresh off the press? I'm ready. I'm ready to share it. Can't wait. Very excited. Yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Let me see. Trying to get distracted. Oh, no, no, no. Don't try to distract me because this is so important. Okay. Okay, I sent her. Oh, man. Okay. I got to get back on track. Something didn't go right when I sent stuff out, but I got to focus on this, okay? Oh my God, I don't know what happened, but something didn't go right. I can't do it right now. Okay. Ready? Let's go. Okay, so while I was minding my own business, now I still have to do another live about the whole information that we're skipping to get to this, because this is so important. Like, there wasn't any way that I wasn't going to be able to hop right on. Let's see what everybody can say. Chrissy said, let's go. Yes, let's go. Justice for Meeks. Yes! 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 It doesn't even matter that we knew that she wasn't getting out. It's the fact that 3 judges agreed that those other judges did their job the right way, right? They did their job the right way. Okay, come on. You guys are going to be the first to hear it from the paralegal. We're a small group, but baby, it ain't nothing better than being the first. Nothing better than being the first. We are about to share and go over the information of what led to those 3 judges to deny any type of pretrial release for Quadasia Johnson. What led up to it? What made them decide? Well, as far as we know, March 25th, those 3 judges said, hey, we don't have enough information here to make a firm decision. If you guys want us to make a firm decision, we need all of the information that the small court seen so that we can see why they decided what they decided. Right? So what does that tell us? What does that tell us? That tells us that everything that we know and believe and felt about the wickedness that took place that day is just as wicked as we thought it was. We weren't over exaggerating. They want to talk stuff about us, calling us the Romecians, and want to call us the drama pink mafia and all this other stuff. No, we are riding for Romeca. Yes. Very much. Very much. Okay, let's dive in. Oh, God, it's getting so good. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. I have a paralegal partner that not playing about this case. We have not played about this case from the moment that we started sharing this information. Have not played about this case. I feel in my bones. Listen, it's a lot. It's a lot. Listen, I don't want to interfere with the other creators that's airing tonight, but I'm going to give you everything I've got while we got time. I paused that lasagna. My husband won't be home until after he hangs out with his brother, and I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to share this story with you. I got 2 full chargers. My lights are charged and I'm ready to go. It's go time. I don't know what Gary Coleman is going to do, but let me go ahead and see. What I'll tell you is this. I'm on Romeca's side. I have never left Romeca's side, no matter what they have said. no matter what they have tried to do, no matter how they've tried to ruin her reputation, no matter how they have tried to make her look like she was violent. I never believed anything other than she didn't deserve it. And I still don't believe any of that. I still believe that she never deserved any of it. Still to this moment, to this day. Okay. But what I'm going to say is this video is for everybody. It's for everybody. Whether you like me or not, this video is for you too. Because one thing that no one can take away from me is that I know and I understand how to research. I know how to collect information, and I have the strongest relationships. The strongest. Okay? Where it ain't hard for me to find out what I need to find out, and I'm connected with the attorneys. I'm connected with the paralegals. Okay? I'm going to get the information. And that's what it's going to be. So I'm not opposed to any of them using this information. I don't care what they use. They can come here and find out the news or whatever if they know. But as long as you know that I'm on Romeca's side, and I will never not be on Romeca's side, you can take this information. You can do whatever you want to do with it, because I am justice for Meeks. And that will not change. That will not change. They can come and get this material and they can smack it up, flip it, rub it down. They can say that the judges was biased. They can say that, oh, this is a violation of her constitutional rights. They can say anything that they want to say, but they're going to say that Nina supports Romeca Blackman. Okay, that's what's going to be said. So let's go on ahead and move on, because I came an hour earlier. I tricked y'all a little bit, but I guess that's me paying y'all back for playing y'all yesterday, because like I said, me and this husband, we've been working on this wedding ceremony. We are actually, of course, we've already been married. We're going on our anniversary. Me too. And we wanted to do a public ceremony with our friends and our loved ones, and I had to put that first last night. But guess what? I can work on this case as long as I want today, because it's on, and this is breaking news, and this is important to us. Okay. Okay. Current status. Let's see what everybody say. What happened to her if life she didn't deserve to be unalive? She sure didn't. Sandra. Big Nose said that we Romeca supporters were going to be mad when Homicide Holly won her appeal. She didn't win. She didn't win. She didn't win. Go tell him. She didn't win. She lost. She lost. Yes. She lost. And she's going to keep losing. Right? She's going to keep losing. Because she should have left Romeca alone. The appellate court denied release. They said that the courts did everything that they were supposed to do. She's going to keep losing when it comes to Romeca Blackman. She's going to keep losing. Hey, Ladette. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. I love you guys so much. Okay, let's get in it. Come on. Get in. Sit down. Chill out. Let's go. Let's go. Current status. As of March 2026, let me put my glasses on so I don't miss anything. Okay. Current status. As of March 2026, the appellate review has effectively kept her behind bars as she awaits trial. The 3-judge panel found that the trial court did not abuse its discretion. You heard that? You heard that? In determining that no set of release conditions like home confinement could sufficiently ensure the safety of the community or the witnesses involved. How? If you would do this at a school zone while children are going into school, the world is moving, people are going to job, you got elderly people going to work. How could they keep the community safe with someone like Quadasia Johnson out in the streets? They just couldn't do it. There was no other better decision that could be made. This is not bias. This is not a miscarriage of justice. This is not favoritism. This is real life. A woman's life was taken. Okay? No, I didn't see that part. So let's go on. Why this matters now. This appellate ruling is major. This is really becoming serious. This is a major situation. This is a major break for the prosecution. Major. The appellate ruling is a major blow to the defense because it means Holly will likely remain in custody for the duration of the trial. It also suggests that the higher court found the prosecutor's initial proffer of evidence, including the surveillance footage and the ballistics report, to be strong enough to justify keeping her detained for first-degree murder. Key dates of the decision. Initial detention order, December 4th, 2025. Following her arrest on December 3rd, so she was arrested on 3rd, a Cook County judge officially ordered that she be held without bond, detained pre-trial. This was the first major ruling. This was the first time. So now we're gonna go back and start dissecting things. Okay. Okay, so a Cook County judge officially ordered that she be held without a bond, detained pretrial. This was the first major ruling that she would not be getting out. That's number one. Status hearing, December 23rd. That was 2 days before Christmas. Remember that? A high-profile status hearing took place that reportedly turned chaotic in the courtroom. You remember that? During this hearing, the court stood by the decision to keep her in custody despite her defense team's arguments regarding her lack of criminal history and her pregnancy. The lack of criminal history didn't fly. The pregnancy did not help. Didn't. Okay? So that defense was trying, baby, but it didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing. Did it? As we knew. The court stood by this decision. The courts stood by the law to protect the community. Y'all know I got to add my little dramatics to it because that's just how I do things. Okay. So now, Appellate Court affirmation, January 2026. The 3-judge panel of the Illinois Appellate Court reviewed the case shortly after December hearings. By early January 2026, they affirmed the trial court's order effectively closing the door on her immediate release. Why the decision stood. The three judges focused on proffer of evidence provided by the state. Even though the defense argued the shooting was just words exchanged, as mentioned, the court found the following points too significant to ignore. The retrieval of the weapon. Surveillance allegedly showed her going back to her vehicle to get the gun, which the court viewed as a decision to escalate the situation rather than a reaction to an immediate threat. Boom! There goes your self-defense claim defense. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Holly crew. Holly crew, y'all done. Y'all done. Bye. What self-defense? What? Where? What self-defense? Where? Where? If there was anything in relation to self-defense, don't you think that she would have been able to get released by now? Hello? Hello? Ha! So basically, instead of getting in that car and taking your tail home and going to where you take your baby to safety, you escalated, you used a firearm, you unalive a woman, you go to jail, you get released, you get out, you think you the shit while you out. Oh, I didn't mean to cuss. Sorry. Sorry. Let's drink on this. I got my wine still here. Cheers. Cheers to the prosecution. Cheers to us. The Romekians. The Pink Mafia. Cheers to everybody who's standing by Meeks without let up. Cheers to everybody who brought themselves over here to the winning team. Because guess what? An innocent woman her life didn't have to be taken. Choices could have been made. Choices were made to execute and take her life. And they thought this was a joke. They thought it was cute. They thought it was so cute. She thought it was so cute. November 8th, while she was in that club with all them dudes standing around with that shine and she was supposed to be pregnant. Oh, you thought that was cute. Wearing pink. Baby, by the time we get done with you, you gonna throw up everywhere you see pink. Every time you see pink, you gonna throw up. Because you gonna think about Meeks. Every time. Every time. Everybody that went against Romeca. Every time you see pink, I just want them to throw up. Because you finna be sick. We got a conviction coming. We got a conviction coming. I just don't believe anything other than that. Yes. Yes, let's keep going. We got a lot more. Everybody, come on, sit back down. Calm down. Let's calm down. Let's go. Okay. So... So basically, little small recap, they affirmed that the trial court order effectively closing the door on her immediate release. Basically, they're saying that Clancy and the other judge did the right thing by closing the door on her release. Why did they do the right thing by closing the door on her release? Because there's no other possible way that they were going to ensure the safety to the public. Okay? Why the decision stood? So we talked about the proffer, and that's the evidence provided by the state. So we talked about how the state is doing what they do. Thank you so much. Who is that? Thank you, Ursula. You are the best, girl. Thank you for your support. Hey. Okay, let's go. We got some more. Okay. So even though the defense argued the shooting was just word exchange. How does a word exchange go all the way up to unaliving? Hello, how? Okay? The court found the following points to be too significant to ignore. You ready? The retrieval of the weapon. Surveillance allegedly showed her going back to her car to get that firearm, which the court viewed as a decision to escalate the situation rather than a reaction, an immediate threat. Bye-bye self-defense, you're done. The nature of the shooting. The forensic evidence, like the red synthetic material on the bullet, showed that the shots were fired directly to Romeca Blackman, which the court felt outweighed the claim of a simple scuffle. It outweighed the claim. They can tell that those shots were meant for her and only her because of the evidence. Okay? So public safety, because it happened during the school drop-off hours, the judge agreed that the risk to the public was too high for release. As of right now, she remains in custody at the Cook County Jail as the case moves toward trial. That's what the judge right now is preparing and getting ready. In an Illinois criminal courtroom, a proffer is a formal offer of proof. Instead of bringing in every witness and showing every piece of video right then and there, the prosecution summarizes exactly what the evidence is for the judge. Okay. In the Romeca Meeks Blackman case, the state proffer was the primary reason the judge and later the 3 judges appellate panel denied Holly Johnson's release. And that's Quadesia. Quadesia was denied release. Yes, she was denied. Spread the word. Share it far and wide. Quadesia was denied release. She was denied release. She was denied release. Okay? Denied. I wonder, okay, so these are the key details from the state. According to the court documents and the prosecutor's statement in December 2025, the conflict, the proffer stated that Romeca was dropping her son off at school when the verbal argument began. Carlos Smith, the father of the children with both women, tried to intervene, but allegedly ended up putting Romeca in a chokehold. How you try to intervene, but you put the person that gets killed was in a chokehold. Okay. So we think that there's a little bit of mix up in the cars, me and my partner think. So escalation. The prosecutors proffered that while Romeca was being held, Holly walked back to her Mercedes SUV. That's actually was Carlos's car, retrieved a handgun and returned to shoot Romeca multiple times. So actually she got in that other car that the baby was in. Okay. So why the proffer matters for her detention. Under the Illinois Pretrial Fairness Act, a judge can only keep someone in jail if the state proffers specific evidence that the person is a danger to others. The defense argued that Holly was acting in self-defense, but the judge ruled that celebrating in the street after shooting someone is not self-defense because the proffer included the walking back to the car and the fist bump. The court decided that Holly's actions showed a real and present threat to the community, which is why Quadesia Johnson currently remains in custody at the Cook County Jail. Hello. Scenario A. The court affirms that no bond order, okay? If the judge conclude that the video show just words or that Carlos held Romeca while Holly got the gun, they will affirm the lower court decision. Holly stays in jail. She remains at Cook County Jail with no bond until her trial. The contract charge sticks. Remember we was just talking about the contract charge? Remember that? Were you here earlier with me? And we were talking about the contract charge. So that means that the prosecution had a really strong theory that they presented. So basically the contract, that there was some type of agreement between Carlos and Holly Quadeja Johnson. It's getting deep, guys. It's getting deep. The ruling would essentially signal that the state has enough evidence to move forward with the contract killing charge. Life in prison. The focus shifts to Carlos. If the Rule 23 order explicitly mentions that Carlos' actions, the grab, were a key part to the shooting, the state's attorney will likely move to arrest him as an accomplice shortly after. Somebody better go let Los know. Bye, Los. Good riddance. Shouldn't have disrespected Romeca's mama. Shouldn't have let Holly unalive Romeca. Shouldn't have disrespected your son. Should have been a better father. Yeah, let him know. What happens after the ruling is filed? The mandate, once Rule 23 order is filed, which we are checking, we're going to check on that Monday to see if they filed that. A mandate is sent to the Cook County clerk. The April 1st hearing, this becomes the implementation day. If she won the appeal, which we know that she didn't, then we know we're not going to say that because we know that she's not getting out. They already upheld that. Okay. So now we're saying if she loses this Rule 23 appeal, her last option is petition for a leave to appeal to the Illinois Supreme Court. However, those are rarely granted for bond issues. Good luck. If the grab and release you described in the video will likely be the end of Holly's hope for release or trial. So they got one last thing that they can pull that's probably not even going to work. It would confirm that the court's views her and Holly and Carlos is viewed as a team rather than two individuals caught in a fight. It's so much. Oh my God. So much. So much. Okay. So let's talk about Rule 23. And what I'm going to do is tonight, I'm going to break that down and I'm going to put that on my page. Okay. So that you guys can know exactly what that is. Okay. But let's describe it a little bit. Essentially, the Illinois Appellate Court's way of saying we have made a decision on this specific case, but it doesn't necessarily change the law for everyone else in the state. Think of it as a difference between a textbook. The law everyone follows, and report card, a specific evaluation of one person. Okay? So in the Rule 23 order, if a case doesn't involve a brand new legal theory, the legal Rule 23 to issue a decision quickly. The goal, it keeps the court system from getting clogged with thousands of long, repetitive official opinions. The content. Rule 23 order must include the facts of the case, like the video and the call logs, the arguments from both sides, and the reason for the judge's final decision. Are we clear on the judge's final decision? We are very clear. Everybody should know what the judge's final decision was and why. You want me to go back to it? So they added another little piece to it with the theory that this was an agreement. Hakima Richardson, as he should. He shouldn't have held her down, taken her. She's going to pew pew you, and she does exactly that. And he said first self-defense. He was the first one that screamed self-defense. Justice for Romeca. Great news. Let's go. Holly Los, guilty as charged. Yeah, that contract killing unaliving is going to change the game. Because that basically is saying that, hey, they were in harmony with this. This is something that they both wanted. And if it ain't nothing that they both wanted, it looked like they wanted it while they were in the thing doing fist bump, because the first thing that Carlos said, it was self-defense, stop snitching. Remember that? Oh, I can't stand him for that. I can't stand him for that. Oh, I can't stand him from that. Okay. Okay, so we were going back to why the judges made the decision, why they agreed with the other ones, because the specific evidence points that she is a danger to other people. Okay? She is straight a danger. The celebrating in the streets after the shooting, that's not self-defense. People that are sad, people that have to be forced to unalive people, they don't do that. They don't do that. Her behavior shows a real and present threat to the community. They've made that clear. All of the judges agree. All of the judges agree. So I would say the reason that Carlos probably ain't been to court, because they're working to put him in the slammer, as they should. I'm going to leave the conclusion about Carlos last, because I want everybody to stay excited. Okay, so Rule 23. We're about to go into this. Okay. Okay, so Rule 23. We have a better understanding of Rule 23. The precedent versus persuasive rule. This is the most important part of the law for Holly's case. No presidential. A Rule 23 order is usually non-presidential. This means that even Holly wins her bond. Another person in a similar situation can't point to her case and say, the law says I get a bond because Holly got a bond. Persuasive. Okay. As of a few years ago, lawyers can now cite these orders to persuade a judge. If the appellate court writes a Rule 23 order saying, we watched the video and saw Carlos holding the victim, so Holly must stay in jail, the prosecution will use that exact wording to argue for a life sentence later on. Why would that matter here? That would not matter here because Carlos was holding Romeca. And we all know this. We've all talked about this. He was holding her. Okay? You're not there. There is no bond to get. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, my son want to come bothering me while I'm in the middle of stuff. Okay. So anyway, so that basically lets us know. So let's break this down, how it involves Carlos. So the last things that we seen about Carlos, could he have started that stuff with about the mom because he knew that they were coming after him and he was trying to slander people? Because he has a real bad habit of mistreating people. He has a real bad habit of mistreating people. And that's something that's not good for a man. Because if you guys really think about this, this could mean that the prosecution could have thought about him a while ago. They could have been making a bet for him a while ago, and now it's probably coming to the surface right now. It's probably coming to the surface. So they are working on getting him, and that's what's been going on. They're working on it. Okay? So the conclusion on Carlos Loso. While Carlos has not been arrested yet, there is a clear strategic reason for the delay. It was deliberate. The witness trap. By keeping Carlos as a witness during Holly's appeal, the state forces him to commit to a story. If the appellate court Rule 23 order concludes that the video shows a coordinate ambush, the grab, his witness status will likely end. It seems like it's going just the way that we wanted it to go. The implication, if the judge is right that the video proves he aided and embedded by restraining Romeca, the state attorney will have the judicial blessing needed to arrest him as a co-defendant for first-degree murder. A silent weekend. This weekend is going to be real quiet, but guess who's going to be roaring? The Romecians, the Pink Mafia. We going to be loud and clear, baby. The Illinois Appellate Court rarely releases orders over the weekend. This means the next decision window opens 8:30 a.m. on Monday, March 30th. So that means that it's going to be a lot of information being dropped about this decision that we already got. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. I'm happy. I'm thankful. The only thing that I wish is that Romeca's life wasn't taken. But I'm happy. I'm happy that this is starting to go the way that we felt that it should have gone. But you know, we have to let the law do what the law must do. I'm happy. What do you guys feel? Tell me what you think. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is the best part of the news. Like, this is more special than when Holly got arrested the second time. It's like more special. Everybody go to Lowe's page and tell him bye-bye. It's time for him to pack his things. He can go give his outfits to his cousins or his friends, because he's not going to be able to wear them. Since life is about outfits and looking good 24/7 and not really loving and caring the woman who brought your first child into this world. Yep, he's going to be a big fool on April Fool's Day. And if they arrest him, oh my goodness. If they arrest him on April Fool's, it's going to be so good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off here and give you guys time to marinate. Yes, the appeal was denied. Yes, it was. It was denied. It was. So you guys know Keys will be on tonight. I don't really follow a whole lot of YouTubers besides Keys and Upper. So basically you guys be on the lookout for the information that's going to be dropping. Guys, this is major. This is major. This is major for us. This is major. I pray that, we got all the information that we need and everybody's in full understanding. If you need to have a conversation with me, all you got to do is message me. I am free. I will be free for the next 2 hours since I came a whole hour early. Send me a screenshot of what she has to say now. Cheers. Cheers. He's about to get locked up. Cheers to all of you. So I may do another live after Key's show tonight. Okay. We all are so excited. We all can't wait to hear the rest of everything. It's so wonderful. I'm so happy. I mean, it would be so much better if we never knew each other and if we never had to advocate for Romeca and she never lost her life and she could have went on to be a nurse and followed her dreams. That would have been beautiful. But we're going to give Romeca a moment of silence because God is doing stuff for her. And I mean, we have to thank God. Guys, I'm so teary-eyed because This is so important. And God is good. He's so good. So let's give Romeca Blackman a moment of silence, because we want to thank God for everything. And we wish that she was here, but God is not playing about her. And by the time that he gets done with them, when they see the color pink, they're going to want to vomit and pass out and just take themselves out. Let's give Romeca a moment of silence, please. Guys, I'm telling you, today has been like wonderful. Like, today is just that day. All the pieces are coming together and everything is doing what it needs to do. And now we can probably sleep a little bit better tonight, because everything is happening the way that it's supposed to be happening. And we're thankful. We're going to let God keep working. We're going to let God keep doing what he must do. And if you can, and if you're able to, please share this live. If you want to have a conversation with me, make sure you message me. I'll be free. I'm just going to be making lasagna for the next hour. If you missed the whole live, press the replay. Gosh, we are so blessed. Romeca's family is so blessed. Everything is so blessed. Like, God is really pulling through in this case, and we are seeing his hand in this, and we are going to say amen in the name of Jesus. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Much love to you all. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, but baby, I will be back after Keys Live tonight.